It's like I'm a sheep farmer.
Doomed.
Jeff, let's talk about being doomed. Let's talk about this story. I think you and I are the only ones fit in this room to discuss it.
All right.
And discuss the video game implications of this video game story.
Yeah.
Triple H cut his fucking hair.
Yeah. It's, man, really hit hard.
Is it the first time?
He's got short hair.
Very short cropped.
Yeah, close cropped look. So this is
TMZ story about shaving his head's maybe a bit.
Yeah, their headline
much
is I mean, stop me,
overblown.
TMZ's headline a little sensationalistic.
Yeah.
Not to blow your fucking mind.
Maybe reel it back a little bit, TMZ. Come on. Let's get back to the truth,
so
TMZ.
if this was one of the ways that you could tell where consoles were at graphically, Triple H's hair. How's the hair tech in a wrestling game?
Oh, it's still pretty bad.
Still fucking terrible. That's not to say wrestling hair is good.
No.
But how well
either
can it
video
render?
games or in real life.
But they're bad in totally different ways.
Yeah. Yeah. But when they're bad in the same ways, then they've got something.
They're good?
Exactly.
They're onto something.
Then we're done.
Yeah.
No more consoles. They've released the master console.
That's it.
We're finished.
No more wrestling games either. Just roster updates.
But
That's
that was it. Some people look at car models in games like Gran Turismo. There was a while there that they were trying to say,
pads inside the wheel wells. It heats up and
there was a while there that they were trying to say look at these players sweat in this basketball game and water effects, sweat effects.
Early Xbox 360 games with the sweat effects.
Yeah, just gross. Just gross.
Make these guys sweaty.
But Triple H's hair is where you go for the true barometer of graphical prowess.
From the PlayStation 1 on forward. From the original, from what?
Yeah. From the polygonal era.
Yeah.
On up. N64, real good indicator of how shitty N64 games look when you look at the block that is Triple H's hair.
So maybe this is...
So he's cut his hair, and now we have nothing left. We'll get this year. I mean, that's the THQ...
God bless them.
God bless them. They don't change their games when things change in wrestling.
So maybe this is a bigger philosophical question of we're all waiting here for the next consoles, hoping they look better.
Yeah.
Maybe we just have to make the world look worse.
Mission accomplished,
roll it
Mr.
back.
H.
Yeah.
Mission accomplished.
It's like if he just shaved his head and every wrestler shaves his head, then all of a sudden all the video game wrestlers look pretty good.
Look great. Yeah.
Oh, they look just like him.
I'm looking at this screenshot, this modern screenshot that you have in the story that you wrote, Jeff.
I believe that's from WWE All Stars. I'm not sure.
No, these look far too. The camera's too close. They look too realistic in proportion.
All right,
he's fighting like Randy Orton or something. I guess he would have been in All Stars.
Yeah.
This is not that, because Randy Orton looks pretty good here.
All right. Yeah.
And he's got a shaved head, but Triple H with his fucking long hair still looks ridiculous.
This looks fucking stupid.
It's stiff and it's clipping through his. He's covering, like in the shot, he's covering most of his neck and the back of his neck with his hand as he's reaching back to slap Randy Orton in the chest, probably.
Woo.
Yeah, that's what I would do.
Yeah.
You could still see that the hair is clipping through his skin and muscles in the shoulder.
As one unit?
Yeah, it is not. There's no independent motion. There's no polyrhythms.
What?
I don't know.
You heard the man.
I'm not a game developer. What the fuck do I know? Whatever they use. Dynamic link libraries.
What? Like Zelda?
Yeah.
Like dynamic links?
Yeah.
That's it.
Not the static links you're used to.
No.
Nintendo.
He's so...
yeah, so it's a sad day. And hey, the kids say, "Oh, it'll grow back," but I don't know.
Not the same.
Not the same.
I kind of think the bigger picture too is like if wrestlers don't have long hair anymore, who's allowed to have long hair? Like they were kind of it. Then
wrestlers kind of haven't had long hair in a while.
Yeah, it's definitely a dying breed.
Yeah.
Undertaker does not have long hair anymore. Yeah.
Yeah.
Earlier this year or last year.
He's had kind of that close crop biker neo greaser swing thing kind of going for a while.
I think he was wearing a bandana that was covering his true hair for that stuff. I don't remember. But anyway.
How are they supposed to get all sweaty and then flip it back?
Yeah,
the actual issue is how are they supposed to cover their mouths with their hair so that you can whisper to the other guy.
How do they?
Well, they don't do it as well anymore.
Yeah, it's more obvious.
Yeah, it's way more obvious. You can go, and I recommend you go watch all of Botchamania.
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 BOTCHAMANIA. Botchamania.
What's that all about? Bocce ball?
It's like people fucking up while they're performing wrestling moves.
It's a montage?
Yeah, okay. It is all cut together footage. I believe a British man does that stuff.
It's not like violence. I'm not going to say like broken arms.
No. Well, a little bit, but nothing too crazy.
It's primarily
like here's the dumbest shit that's ever happened in wrestling.
Okay.
Here's people kind of screwing up moves. Here's people very clearly speaking to one another in the ring. During a match,
it's a hard.
Absolutely,
yeah.
no. Hey, there's clearly an art
a craft,
to it.
right?
I feel like people who appreciate Botchamania most are those with the deepest love of the form.
That can laugh at it.
That can be like,
yeah,
this is the thing that we invest ourselves in at its worst.
Right.
At its just stupidest, clumsiest.
It's when you watch it every week that you realize this is it at its worst.
Yeah.
When they're firing on all cylinders, it's like, oh, this is pretty bad.
Yeah.
So I suggest for you
Uh-huh.
MMO hair as a stand-in.
I was thinking MMO jumping animations.
Those will never be good.
What the fuck?
what land are you living in?
These like full
How long
run
do you think you're
to
gonna
just
live?
like both feet off the ground hop. I think Guild Wars does have a proper leap if you're moving.
It's just run, and then floating in the air.
Yeah. What a dumb. Yeah.
I think we had a year or two there where I was really excited, where there was touching technology, where everybody started touching the walls as they walk by, and like kind of Assassin's Creed style.
that kind of animation
I feel like that's
of
kind of
making
gone
their way
away
through crowds.
Yeah,
no, it's
like people were like touching rails and like putting their hand up.
Sleeping Dogs does that.
Yeah,
like when you're making your way through a crowd, he's definitely
But even
arming
more
his
than
way
the
through
crowd,
it.
I mean, like when you're like leaning against the wall, kind of thing. Like when you get too close to the wall, hands up against the wall, kind of thing. Like, you ran too fast.
I don't think anyone's done that as well since Uncharted 2.
Yeah, let's bring that back.
All right, more processor power will allow more games to bring that back without
one more cell. That's all we needed.
Throw another SPU in there, we'll be good to go.
What else is news?
2 cells. I got nothing else, Patrick. Anything else you want to talk about for news stories?